Hi everyone, I'm back with some spring and Easter projects. So I'm starting this one off as nice and easy, but I'm starting off with some wood, and I've got 2 rabbits here. I also have some moss I collected from my garden. So I've got my moss in the bag. I want to start with hot gluing that down to your base. If you're new to my channel, say hi down in the comments. I really love using nature in my projects, so that's something that you'll probably see throughout today's and all the other videos. And it looks like that's enough, so we're going to take the 2 rabbits, place them in the centre. How cute is that? And then I've got some white eggs. I think I'm going to add that next to them. And I've got some greenery that I also want to add. I've got some flowers, these bunches here, they're quite nice because I really like the colours as well. And let's go with another one, just identical. And I'm going to play with the length as well, so I need a few maybe longer ones. Let's see, these beautiful lilac ones. These are actually shorter. Don't want to add too many. Firstly, I like this, so that looks quite nice next to the eggs. And I'm going to use these flowers here, but let's take it off the stick. And I want to add that kind of at the front here. So I found a piece that is longer in length, and that goes really nicely at the back here. Just matching all of the colours. So here's the first project, very cute. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And do you decorate for spring or do you just do Easter? Here in the UK, no one really decorates for seasons, even Easter really. I think this project might be my favourite if it comes out like I'm hoping. So I'm starting off with this, which was from Christmas Snow Globe, and this, which I've just thrifted. I'm going to bring back that moss I got from my garden. And I'm going to add hot glue on the base, and we're going to cover it up with some moss. If you haven't noticed already, my projects tend to lean on the whimsical side. I like making something that's quite unique. We'll tidy this up later, so don't mind that it looks a little bit scruffy right now. And I think this is going to make a wonderful gift. You can make it to sell and of course as decor as well. And let me know your preferred style in the comments below. I always go for a mix, I don't just stick to one. Like, I think my style tends to be a little bit of quite a few different styles mashed together. And now I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit. I don't want it to look too neat actually, so I'm just going to rip the excess off. There's a bit of gaps here, and look at my hot glue, covered in moss now. Okay then, once you're done doing that, we'll open it up and then we'll start designing the inside. And I think I will start off with some moss again. It's just a really quick way to cover things and use as a base before you start building. And this is so incredibly easy to make, and you really don't need much at all, so I do like to just create things that anyone can do with what they've got as well, and something that just doesn't cost much but does look high-end once you're done, hopefully. And then I like to decorate with some dried flowers, so I've got a block here with some different colours, different types and variations, and I'm just going to start arranging them inside, adding some hot glue on the bottom. We'll get to cleaning the glue gun once we're done. Another purple one here. I'm going to add this pink one right here, and make sure that when you are designing it that you keep placing it back on just to see how much space you've got and that everything fits. I've got some pigeons outside. And then we'll go with a little bit of this baby's breath. If you don't dry your own flowers, you can buy them in tubs like this from eBay or Amazon. They come from China and they're pretty cheap as well. So now let's add a butterfly. These are the butterflies that I've got. I'm going to remove them off the clips. Now what colour? I don't know what colour I should choose. I think this blue one. The blue one's appealing to me. Just removing the clip like that. see if that fits okay. So I've got the snow globe back on, just twist it in place. I'm just taking my hot glue and I'm adding it so that we can stick our snow globe down. I'm just going to make sure that it's in the centre as best as I can. So I want to add a bit more detail. I'm going to take these beads and we're going to drape them from the moss. So I'm going to go with the first piece, adding hot glue, and just starting right here. I want to make sure I get it right, so I'm going to just count how many. I think 1, 2, 3, 3 balls, and then we stick it on the fourth one. And then just finishing up, I'm going to take this side and I'm going to just stick it like this, so we've got another layer that's draping. I love taking things apart, so I've got this wind chime and I've taken this beautiful piece off. I'm going to add it just in the centre, right here. I knew that I was going to love this one, and I do. I think that I might actually add some fairy lights inside. That's the nice thing about it, is that you can add things, seeing as it's a snow globe, you've always got access to open it. What do you think of this one? On to the third project, I'm going to be making a wreath. I've got this bunny here, we are going to paint him. I might go with white. Oops! This paint has just got everywhere. It's a bit runny. Now, if you're looking for more spring and Easter inspiration and ideas, we've got you set with an amazing playlist, so check it out, it's in my pinned comments. For now, let's carry on and finish off this wreath. I'm going to add some hot glue to the base of the bunny so we can stick him down onto the wreath. Because the rabbit is quite chunky, I'm just going to support it with a stick at the back. So I'm going to cut that and stick it onto the wreath so it supports the weight. Now that we've stabilised the bunny, we want to go and decorate the wreath itself, and I'm going to be using some of these nice spring Easter colours, and I do like paper flowers. We're going to bring back the moss again for the base. Also takes away from a bit of this brown. Leah's decided to join us, who used to do this before. Let's grab these. You want to have a sniff? What do you think? I love the pink and white ones. Let's add the yellow one here. I thought it would be too much to keep adding the same flowers, so I'm going to take some of the dried flowers that I've got. I'm going to carry on with some flowers, but another type, these smaller, more delicate ones. I've added some here, but I haven't actually glued them on, so let's just glue them in. Now I've finished the wreath itself, but I want to add a little dangly piece at the bottom. So I'm taking this, I don't know, I think it was, yeah, just a decoration. I thought maybe another wind chime, but I think that would be enough just to cut here and stick it with some hot glue. Oh, this one actually might be another favourite of mine today, which I didn't expect. I'm not usually a wreath girl, like I will make them for YouTube, but I don't generally make them for myself. But I'm starting to really warm up to wreaths, and this one's so cute. I really love the colours. Excuse the mess, this is what happens when you don't know what you're going to be using. But I am going to be using this, and it's like an egg or half an egg. It's actually a flower pot, and I am going to use this bunny as well. And this, how adorable are these bunny treats, and I love that they look handmade, but they're actually store bought. Okay, so very quickly I'm just going to stuff this inside because we don't need all that space. Actually, I was going to cover it with moss, but I think I've used moss quite a bit. Let's see, I might just stick with this. So let's take the little bunny, we'll place him inside, which is actually quite big. And I don't need this length, so let's see where I would like it. I've decided just to take it off the stick, just tidy this a little. And I'll take some of these small carrots and we'll place them inside as well. They've got these clear strings, I think, maybe to hang. I've got this great big candle holder. It's actually really nice. I've never used it before, so I'm just going to elevate this by placing it on top, and I'm going to add a little bit more decoration. So I've got this bowl. It's really nice, farmhouse, rustic, goes very nicely, and I'm just going to add that right here in the centre. Changed my mind already. I'm going to add it to the top. It looks a lot nicer. But I also like this one. I'm actually finding it hard to choose today. They came out pretty adorable. Let me know what you think in the comments anyway. And don't forget to check out that playlist that I mentioned earlier. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a thumbs up and share this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!